Alright everybody, welcome back to the video. Today we are going to be looking at the Junk-Caligo combo. The last two videos were on the Junk-Doppel combo and the different boards you can end up on. Today we're going to be focusing on the second best alternative in my opinion. Usually people say the second best is the Junk Converter Junk Synchron play, but we don't have Baron. So that play becomes a little risky, especially since you need Converter for the Herald. In my opinion, Junk Synchron Caligo Clo works is the second best if you don't play the Baron. But without wasting more time, let's go. So your Junk and your Caligo will make your Junk Speeder, Chainlink 1 Speeder, and this is the risky play because here you can get Ash because there's no Chainlink 2 and Ash can respond only to the last thing in the chain, which in this case is Speeder. So this is one of the most riskiest plays though, because you can get Ash, you can get Veiled, you can get Imperm, whereas with Converter and Doppel you can only get Imperm and Veiled. If you feel like your opponent doesn't have an Ash, or if your opponent already used Ash on one of your baits, this play it becomes much more accessible. But anyway, let's go. So Speeder will bring out your Junks, your Starter Synchron, your Jet Synchron, and your Junk Synchron. Starter Synchron effect will add you your Illumination, and then we'll activate Illumination to pitch the Stardust Trail to the graveyard. We are going to activate Stardust Illumination, banishing it, making Stardust Synchron a level 5, and then here we can play Baron, Chenging, or any other level 10, but I will be bringing out Chenging. Okay, you activate Stardust Synchron in graveyard, tribute your Junk Synchron, special summon the Stardust Synchron, and that would trigger your trail in your graveyard to special summon. Guys, please remember when these two leave the field, they are banished. We don't want to see people putting them back in the graveyard. This is something you have to be aware of. Please remember that. Okay, and here your Jet would go to grave, your Stardust Trail would get banished. Here we are going to make Axel Synchron. Here, Stardust Trail, Chainlink 1, and Jet Synchron, Chainlink 2. Jet will add our Junk Converter to hand, and your Stardust Trail will give you a level 1 token. Then you activate Axel Synchron's effect. We are going to pitch another Stardust Synchron to the graveyard. So we pitch a Stardust Synchron to the graveyard. We will then make Axel Synchron a level 1. Then we can go here and here. Now we will make our Shaman. Shaman will activate, and we will special summon the Junk Converter, and then we will special summon our Caligo Crow. Then we will make our Herald, and you've already got your Omni Negate on the board, and then we will trigger Junk Converter's effect to revive a tuner, and we are going to revive Celestial. Then we will go Stardust Synchron and Caligo, and we will make Stardust Charge, and then we will draw a card of a Stardust Charge Warrior. Ghost Ogre, nice. And then we can make our level 8, and we will make, you can choose whichever level 8 you want to make. I'll make Crystal Wing. So just like that, with the Junk-Caligo combo, you can make a Herald, a level 8 of your choice. I choose Crystal Wing, and any level 10, and mine is obviously Chenging. It's not the best. Looking at this versus the Junk Doppel combo, obviously that is 10 times better because you draw a million times off of your TG Hyper Librarian, and you've got a much more established board with a few more interruptions. So that is obviously 10 times better. But if you do go into the Junk-Caligo combo, just know that you can end up with a pretty decent board. If you're playing Baron, then I suggest you make the Junk Synchron Junk Converter play instead of the Junk-Caligo, because that way you can still accumulate draws of TG Hyper Librarian, and I will make a combo guide on that later on, where you can make Baron off of that first, make the Yazi, Baron pop the Yazi, and then combo off like that. So you still accumulate draws, and that is a pretty cool route. But for people like myself who don't have the Baron, we have to find other ways to make this deck work. So like I said, Chenging can't pop cards, so our own cards, so I mean you can't really use that converter line. That's why the Caligo line works a little bit better. But still, looking at this, obviously it's based on scenario, but looking at from this combo, just looking at what we've already got, we've got an Omni Negate, we've got a Monster Negate, we've got the Battle Advantage, we've got a card that punishes people for banishing and it protects itself, and we drew into a Ghost Ogre, which in this coming format is going to be cracked. So looking at this just as it is, I think we've got a really good going first board. Obviously, if we're going second and we built this and our opponent had no interruptions and we brought out Chenging first, look, we banished 3 cards. The amount of cards we could have banish from my opponent's field and graveyard off of Chenging would be so nice. I'm trying to keep it short and sweet, and I'm going to, like I've been separating these combo guides into individual videos so you guys can focus solely on one thing per video. It makes it easier for you guys to understand. But that's all I wanted to showcase to you guys today for this combo. Obviously next week I will go into the Synchron Junk Converter combo line, because there is still a valuable way we can play this even without the Baron. I hope you guys will be interested in that, so stay tuned. And yeah, but that's all I have for you guys today. If you like this video and you found it helpful, please like, comment and subscribe, and let me know how you guys feel going into the Power of the Elements and the new format with tier elements and Sprite. So far they look kind of scary, but obviously with any new meta there's always going to be ways to counter it, and that's my job here on the channel, to find ways for Synchron players to counter the new meta and leave our opponents speechless as always. But again, that's all I have for you guys today, and I will see you guys in the next video.